Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you 10 high-paying online business ideas for 2019. And the first one that I want to talk about is courses. So the thing about courses is a lot of, especially like bloggers and people like that, a lot of times they go from like middle class income from AdSense and ebooks and stuff like that, and then they go to multiple six figures to seven figures or more when they start creating their own courses. And a lot of times these are just information courses, like how to do a certain thing, and they go very in depth. So there'll be like video lessons or something similar that teaches you kind of way beyond what an ebook or a good blog post would teach you. It teaches you like every step of the way what to do. So one example is Entrepreneur on Fire. Entrepreneur on Fire is a blog and podcast brand that interviews entrepreneurs and kind of asks them questions about how they became successful. So they post their income breakdowns. You'll notice that they make over six figures per month. If you kind of zoom out here and look over to the top right corner, they made $155,000 in the last month in March 2019. And they have a breakdown here of exactly where that comes from. 9% from their journals, which is a physical product. 28% from affiliate revenue. A lot of that is private affiliate programs that have their own program, not like Amazon Associates. Courses, of course, 25%, and then sponsorships, which is like basically the equivalent of radio ads on their podcast. So online courses, if you actually go to their resources, they have multiple online courses now, and if you followed them before, they would make like maybe, they would make like 5 figures a month. Like, don't get me wrong, they were making a lot of money, more than enough to live on. But when they went into courses, they really took off. And of course, they got more sponsorships and affiliate income and stuff as well. But a lot of times, top bloggers go to six figures or more with private affiliate programs and with starting their own courses. So you see they have like, they have these journals, but they also have the podcast masterclass. They have Funnel on Fire, Your Big Idea, stuff like that. Another example of this is Michelle, who works at Making Sense of Sense, which is like a finance and, work from home type blog. You'll notice that she posts her income reports as well. And if you scroll down to kind of a breakdown of that, she makes a lot from affiliate marketing, but courses have really taken off as well. And really, they are usually what gets the most money per sale is their courses. So usually they have a pretty in-depth breakdown here. You have affiliate marketing results, you have plans and goals, all this stuff. You can kind of read this on your own time, but courses are usually a big deal for these companies. They have a Facebook ads for bloggers course. They have an SEO course now. They have an affiliate marketing course, and they have like a sponsored blog post course. So if you want to go from like, a regular average income that you could get at a job with your business, whether you're a blogger, YouTuber, etc., and go to that whole new level, add a whole digit onto your income, I recommend going to courses. Udemy is a good place to start, although eventually I recommend you have courses hosted on your own website so you don't have to give up a big commission to people. You just have to make sure you can do it in a secure way. So there, I recommend like a WordPress blog and getting something like Optimize Press and Optimize Member or something like that to help you make that secure. Another thing you can do is like consulting. You can actually work with people online and go from there. As a consultant, usually you don't need a whole lot of you know, website stuff. You don't necessarily need a lot of fancy tools. You don't necessarily need a lot of employees or anything like that. But you can sell your expertise in an area. But you need to show your expertise in a free way, usually, before you'll start getting a lot of clients. So if you're working for yourself and you're a consultant, you might try and buy your domain like Neil Patel. He's an internet marketing guy. He has neilpatel.com. He has other websites. He started other companies and stuff, but he has neilpatel.com. And pretty much the only thing he sells on neilpatel.com is his consulting, which is just his knowledge applied personally to your brand. So another thing that works really well that he's figured out, you'll notice on his website, obviously blogging helps show your expertise. So doing some sort of consistent content, whether it's a podcast, YouTube, blog, or social media, you could even make a case for that, like Gary Vaynerchuk does. You need to put out daily content if you can, or weekly at minimum, and that will show your expertise. And then you just have a place where people can contact you and schedule consulting services. But someone like Neil Patel, he'll make, tens of thousands of dollars or more per consulting gig. So, he has this big button here at the top, at the bottom right here, it says contact. And then the rest of his brand is literally just free content and free web tools. And that's pretty much how he builds his brand. You just create content, you create helpful stuff that your actual target market would like. Like he has a podcast, he has videos, and he has blog posts. And then you just add on to that and have a good contact page. So if you want to look at his contact page, that's a good example of what you could do. It's just like, how can I help? And then you put in your information, and then you can set up like a free trial, or he can look at your website or whatever it is that you're consulting for. Another thing you can do is a done for you type of service. So if you want to, this can kind of branch off of this. There's not really a good way for me to just show you, like, here you go. Here's a, done for you service. But as far as making money, you can kind of go from, say, ebook to course to consulting to done for you. That would be like a level. So, done for you would be like the top level of that kind of funnel. So you could do that as well. It would just be a service where you have a team dedicated to helping, like a firm, like a tax firm or something like that. Like they have a team of CPAs that do all your stuff for you and keep all your accounts for you, all that stuff. So it'd be something like that. That's kind of a branch of consulting in a way. So that's another thing you could do. And then you could also, on top of that, you could also try, just doing freelance. So freelance is similar, of course, to consulting. It's similar to doing something, a done for you service, except you're just kind of doing your own stuff as usually like a solopreneur. And you're good at a certain thing. Maybe you're really good at SEO, you're really good at writing, and you do something for somebody, and it's just by the job. So you're not just like, it's not a done for you service where you just do it until it's canceled, but it's also not consulting, because usually with consulting, you just tell people what to do, and then you give your advice or something like that. So with something like Upwork or another company you could go and try is Fiverr. They're two kind of different freelance type websites that you could do. And basically on Upwork, people search for freelancers. They post a job, and the freelancers kind of say, hey, I can do this job. And then they pick the best freelancer based on interviews and profiles. With Fiverr, you actually basically approach the freelancer and they tell you what they are willing to do. So if I did digital marketing, if I did social media marketing, and then I did, whatever, any of these gigs, you could click on, say, the first one here. You can see the reviews. You can see the different packages they offer, but it's a freelancing service. It's not a course. It's not usually just advice where it's like consulting, but they just do a certain thing for you. They'll write a 300-word blog post for you or something like that. So freelance is another thing you can do that can pay really well, because the better you are, the more of a good reputation you get, the more you can charge. So another thing you can do is like software as a service. If you can get a team of people that can code and help you manage a certain type of website or a certain type of web tool or something, you could do software as a service. And a lot of these companies are, can make hundreds of millions of dollars, if not more, depending on the company. So an example of this would be like GetResponse, MailChimp, Aweber. These are all email marketing services. A lot of businesses need services like these. Infusionsoft is a more high-end version of those. But they allow you to collect subscribers for an email list and market to them. So you pretty much lose your email list if you don't have at least one of these services. And an email list is like your private social media following in a way that you can just market to all the time via email. So it's one of the most valuable parts of a business. So that's why these businesses do so well. It's a software, it's online, but it's a service that you kind of continually pay monthly for. Another example would be like Buffer. You could get Buffer or Hootsuite or Meet Edgar or something like that. And these companies allow you to automate social media posting. You can use it as an app as well, but you basically can use this software as a service. You log into your account on whatever device, and then you can put your social media posts in there, create a schedule, and it automates it all for you. And it just makes it more convenient. So these types of companies do really well. Even if they aren't expensive software, they can actually make you a ton of money. So that's what we call SaaS, or software as a service. You've probably heard of that before if you've researched different types of businesses that you can do online. Another thing you can do is private advertising. So I showed you before that sites that do like podcasts typically do very well on this kind of revenue, which is private ads, which they call sponsorships in many cases. So these are like Instagram influencers. If you look at people that aren't, already famous and they're just famous on Instagram and that's literally their job, then a lot of times they make their money by posting images of themselves using a product. And you'll notice that the product label is always facing towards the camera, so you can see clearly what the product is and the brand and the label. So in a podcast, they have ads like radio ads that they get paid to put these ads at the beginning, middle, or end of their podcast episodes. So the Joe Rogan Experience, the Tim Ferriss Show, Entrepreneur on Fire, they all do this type of stuff. And a lot of times that's their major source of income for podcasts. So like if you have a podcast, one company you could use is midroll.com. That could be a place you could start out at. If you're a podcast, just go to podcasters here, and then you can, that's how you can get hooked up with your first advertisers. If not, you could just have a really good contact page on your website, and go to whatever your favorite podcast is, go to that, and whether it's Rich Roll or Tim Ferriss or Joe Rogan, go to your favorite podcasters' websites. Usually they'll have some sort of contact page where you can email them about doing some sort of ads for their podcast, and then they have either like a media kit page which has prices, or you might negotiate back and forth. But mid-roll is another way to do that if you're not super well known yet. And then you can go to like Instagram influencers. So if you go to like hypeauditor.com and then go to Instagram top people, a lot of these are, either athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi. You have actors like, Robert Downey Jr. and, Dwayne Johnson. You have singers like Selena Gomez and, Beyonce. And then you have other people as well, reality stars. You have all these people. They're usually the top Instagram people. But a lot of them, they make money off of brand deals. So, you'll notice that they'll post them using certain products. And a lot of times they'll get tens of thousands of dollars per sponsored post. So another way that you could do this is go to famebit.com, which is actually like branded content for YouTube. So you would click I'm a creator, and then you can go and hopefully get some paid sponsorships this way as well. So those are a couple that you could try. There's other ones as well. Like if you're on Twitter, you could do like paid per tweet. But a lot of times just having a good contact page and a media kit page, just look those up, will help you get those types of deals where the more followers you have and the more engaged they are, the more they will pay you per post, per tweet, per Instagram photo. And I've seen some people make tens of thousands of dollars per post, and usually it's just a copy and paste type of thing. Another thing you can do is affiliate marketing. And again, I recommend you do mostly private affiliate marketing programs. Now, you'll notice that, a lot of these people that usually do these transparent types of income reports and stuff, they don't usually do as in-depth of reports anymore. Let's see if Entrepreneur on Fire does. I know like Smart Passive Income used to do it, and they kind of stopped doing that. And, it's not always a good idea to just tell people exactly what you're doing all the time and exactly how you make all your money. It just creates more competition, and it can, create liability and those types of things. But yes, looks like Entrepreneur on Fire still does this. So you'll notice like which products sell for how much. You'll notice that, they have 3 different journals. So Podcaster's Paradise is another course that they do. It made $34,000 in a month. So again, that's why I recommend courses. Then they have some other ones as well. And then you have free courses, which are just mostly for building an email list. Affiliate income right here. So you'll notice that a lot of their major affiliate income is from Bluehost, which has their own affiliate program. Audible has its own affiliate program. ClickFunnels, that's its own affiliate program. ConvertKit, its own affiliate program. A lot of these are not from like Amazon Associates or something like that, which is great, but it's more for beginners, and it's not going to usually pay your bills. So again, look at the products you use. Don't try and just seek out affiliate products. You want to actually use them so you can actually give good reviews, and people will actually listen to you. Because if people find out that you're promoting a bunch of products that you actually have no idea how they even work, then usually that's not good for your brand. So ClickBank is one place where you can go. Usually you can get up to like 50 or 70% commissions or something off a lot of products on here. Just go to Affiliate Marketplace here at the top of the page, and you can research different types of products that are available. Most of these are internet products, like courses and ebooks and those types of things, software, that kind of stuff. And then you can go to, like, if you built a website on Bluehost hosting, promote Bluehost, because they will give you like $65 for every new customer that you get them. That's why a lot of people promote them. Because they're a good company that's very useful for anybody who has a website, and they pay good affiliate commissions. So all of that combined makes them a great company and a good one to do business with. And so, for instance, like if you did YouTube videos, you could model after Pat Flynn, the guy from Smart Passive Income, if you know what that is, that podcast. He made a lot of his early affiliate commissions from doing a walkthrough of how to create a website with Bluehost, and then he has his link right here at the beginning of the description, like smartpassiveincome.com/Bluehost or whatever that is. And that's how he would get commissions. He would show you something useful using the product, and then you would buy the product through him, and he would get a commission. You can also do the same thing, of course, with blog posts, social media, and podcasts. But that's just another thing. Again, find the products that you're already using that you are a fan of, and then promote those. A lot of them will have an affiliate program if you just Google it. So I would say, you could say affiliate marketing, but I recommend like private affiliate marketing. Another thing you can do, of course, is you can make your own app. So this can, I'm not going to get too far into this, but making your own app can mean a lot of different things. So you could do, you could basically just create like a casino game type app. You could create something like a lot of the ones that do really well that you see on commercials and stuff now. A lot of the ones that you see that do really well right now are like Clash of Clans. You see them. They're number 8 in revenue on the Google Play Store. You see stuff like, Candy Crush, of course, is still up there. Just a real simple game that has a lot of in-app purchases. Pretty much the secret to making a lot of money off an app is in-app purchases. Now, you can make some that make a lot of ad revenue. Just make it a free app that has no in-app purchases. I've seen a lot of people do that with like a game that's like solitaire or chess or something like that. Or you could have like, a game where you like Forge of Empires or something like that. There's a lot of those types of apps that have something to do with like building an empire. There's, that's probably what this one is, King of Avalon. That sounds like an empire building type of game. And a lot of those, they make it kind of hard. They make it kind of a grind to level up and everything. And they make the best items available for real money. So the app might be free, which usually is what you want to do. Make a free app with a lot of in-app purchases, and a lot of times you can make a ton of money. Pokemon Go is another example. It combined a massive brand with a very loyal following with a lot of in-app purchases in a free app. So that's why it's still almost in the top 10 and a top grossing app. So I would just look at some of the top ones on here. You can make a game. You can start out with a app builder. If you don't know how to code yet, or you don't have the money to hire a coder, you can start out with something like appypie.com, and they have like a drag and drop builder, and then you could work up from there, take some courses on building apps, however you want to do that. But a lot of times, if you do this, you want to have like a free app with in-app purchases. So you can make apps with those in-app purchases. Number 9, another thing you want to maybe look into is on-demand apparel, like t-shirt businesses. You see a lot of t-shirt sales on you probably see a lot of ads on like Facebook for stuff like that. You've probably seen merch available for a lot of gamers like Ninja, or for YouTubers like PewDiePie, or DeFranco, whatever his first, I think it's Philip DeFranco. Like DeFranco 2024, there you go. There's like a presidential shirt. That's a pretty basic thing you can do as a YouTuber, any type of personal brand, Twitch, whatever. Some of these do pretty well. These are like a niche type of thing where like people with an engineering degree or occupation would buy a shirt like this. It's like a funny definition of an engineer. So funny shirts for brands that have your personal copyrighted logo, or, like a presidential shirt with your name on it or something like that could sell. And you could use something like Teespring to where you wouldn't have to deal with manufacturers or any of that hassle that comes with that. So Teespring, Zazzle.com is another place where you can do this, where like they help you, they send the shirt, they print the shirt, they take a commission for it, and then that's pretty much how it works. So you can make a lot of money from that if you build a pretty good sized brand on YouTube or Twitch or something like that. And that's basically what we call merch. And then last but not least, we have like an Etsy store. And the reason I mention this is because I was actually looking at art on Etsy not too long ago, and I was noticing how much you can charge for just a single painting, especially if it's the original. Now, you can charge prints. Prints might be, depending on what it is, like if it's a print on like, you know, some sort of paper, the type that you would put in like a frame, a lot of times you can get one for like $50. If it's a recreation, like if it's a canvas painting that's a recreation of an original where they're just kind of making the same thing like 3 times or whatever, that might still be a couple $100s per painting. And then you can do an original. An original can be $500. It can be a few $1,000s. And this is all on Etsy, where you can just create an online store and sell stuff. So I would look at like abstract paintings to see how much a lot of these cost. And especially if it says like original or something next to it, even if it doesn't look like that great of a painting, somebody somewhere will resonate with it and probably buy it if it's done well. So it really just depends. But art is one of those things you can't always put a price on because it just kind of depends on the buyer and how it makes them feel. So if you're an artistic person, Etsy can be a very lucrative way for you to make money and basically just work from home that way. So Etsy is another one. Other than that, if you want more business ideas, check out that playlist there in the top right of your screen here on the video. Or also go to selfmadesuccess.com. I'll have a link to the show notes there in the description. But that playlist right there will show you some more business ideas based on maybe your personality, based on, you know, different factors that could have something to do with what kind of business you might want to look into for 2019. So other than that, I hope this was a helpful video, and I'll see you in the next one.